Most people don't realize how much time they waste every single day. In fact, studies show that the average person spends about 6 hours a day on their phone. That's almost 2,200 hours a year, time you could be using to build your dreams, improve your life, or become the leader you want to be. Here's something even more shocking. 85% of people feel like they're not reaching their full potential. Imagine that. Almost everyone around you feels like they could be doing more, but they're stuck. So, how do you break free from this cycle of wasted time and missed opportunities? In this video, we'll explore strategies used by successful leaders to stop wasting their lives. You'll learn how to align your actions with your goals, why multitasking is slowing you down, and how to build emotional fitness that will change the way you work and live. Stick around to discover how you can unlock your 10x potential, avoid distractions, and start creating a life that leaves a lasting legacy. Ready to stop wasting your life? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Power of Alignment. Lead yourself first. Before you can lead others, you have to lead yourself. This may sound basic, but it's the foundation of everything. Research shows that successful leaders focus on self-awareness and align their actions with their values. When you live in alignment with your purpose, you make decisions more quickly, and your actions become more intentional. The concept of leading yourself isn't new. In his book Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about how habits shape your identity. He says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." In other words, if you don't have a system that helps you grow, your goals won't be reached. Take time each day to evaluate your goals and realign your actions accordingly. Whether it's starting your day with meditation or journaling, small actions lead to big shifts. Chapter 2. The Myth of Multitasking. Mastering single-task leadership. Multitasking is often praised in the modern world. However, science tells us multitasking is a myth. Studies show that people who multitask have lower cognitive performance and make more mistakes. A Harvard study found that multitaskers take 50% longer to complete tasks, and they are less accurate. If you want to stop wasting your time, focus on mastering one task at a time. In his book The One Thing, Gary Keller talks about the power of focus. He argues that extraordinary results are directly determined by how narrow you can make your focus. When you focus on one thing, your productivity skyrockets. Leaders know that you can't do everything well, so you focus on the highest priority tasks. Chapter 3. Time Hacking for Leaders. Unlock your 10x potential. We all have 24 hours in a day, but why do some leaders seem to get so much more done? It's all about time hacking. By eliminating time wasters and focusing on what matters most, you can unlock your 10x potential. One strategy is the Pomodoro technique. This simple but powerful method involves working for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. Studies show that short bursts of focused work lead to better retention and higher output. Additionally, try blocking out your calendar for specific tasks. Time blocking reduces decision fatigue and helps you make better use of your day. If you're in leadership, use your time wisely by setting priorities and sticking to them. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay updated on more strategies like these. Let's move on to the next game-changing idea. Chapter 4. Emotional Fitness. The leadership muscle you've been neglecting. Most people think leadership is all about strategy and decision-making. But there's another crucial skill that great leaders cultivate: emotional fitness. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is just as important as IQ in leadership. According to Daniel Goleman, the author of Emotional Intelligence, EQ is responsible for 58% of a person's job performance. Leaders with high EQ can handle pressure, connect with others, and manage their emotions effectively. If you neglect emotional fitness, you're missing a key leadership trait. Practice mindfulness, self-regulation, and empathy every day. It's not just about knowing what's going on with your team. It's about knowing yourself and managing your emotions, too. Leaders with high EQ know how to turn stress into motivation, not burnout. Chapter 5. The Fear of Missing Out, FOMO, versus the Freedom of Focus. FOMO is a major trap. We often think we need to chase every opportunity. But successful leaders know that saying no is just as important as saying yes. In fact, Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything." The ability to focus on one thing at a time is the ultimate freedom. By avoiding distractions and saying no to the irrelevant, you'll make room for what truly matters. A study by the American Psychological Association found that focusing on a single task leads to less stress and improved work-life balance. The freedom of focus allows you to give your best energy to what will truly move the needle in your life. Chapter 6. Legacy Leadership. Building a life that outlives you. Leadership is not just about the present. It's about creating something that lasts. Legacy leadership is about thinking beyond yourself and making an impact that will outlast your time on this earth. One way to think about legacy is to ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? John Maxwell, in his book The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, writes, "Leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. You don't need a grand title to leave a legacy. Your influence can be seen in your relationships, your work, and the people you help along the way." Studies show that people who focus on making an impact, not just achieving success, tend to have higher levels of happiness and fulfillment. Think about what your life will stand for, because that's the real measure of a life well lived. If you've enjoyed these strategies, don't forget to subscribe. Start implementing these leadership principles today, and watch how your life transforms. Leadership isn't just about success, it's about making a difference and living with purpose. By aligning your actions, focusing on what matters, and building emotional fitness, you can stop wasting your life and start leading it in the right direction.